The number one question I see on Discord is always, what sensitivity should I be using? And the answer is always just use whatever's comfortable. And for someone just starting out who doesn't really know where to begin, this is not at all helpful. Some people want to be told what settings they should use, so today I'm going to tell you what you should be doing. What up? It's the champ with Striders Angels Esports, and we crossed the double-digit mark, and we're now on episode 11 of how to improve your aim. And today is going to be all about finding the correct sensitivity setting for you and your current gaming setup. So let's start with talking about DPI numbers, and you see a lot of advice where people say just play at, say, 400 or 800 DPI, and the problem with this is DPI doesn't tell the whole story because the sense you choose in game also determines how slow or fast your mouse moves. So for the rest of the video, we're going to talk in terms of centimeters per 360, which is just the measurement of how many centimeters of movement it takes the mouse to make a 360-degree turn. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what number in cm per 360 we're playing at. So we'll need to take our DPI and in-game sense and put it into this converter right here, and we'll get a number. I play at 800 DPI in game, 1.5 in Apex if you're curious. So after we convert it, you'll see I get about 35 centimeters per 360. So now that you have your number, we need to check if it's good. And I know I've touched on these numbers before, and I'm a firm believer that 20 to 40 cm per 360 is the zone almost all players should be in to get a good balance between precision and speed. And playing lower than that or higher, I think will gimp most players by making them either too slow or just not precise enough. And there are outliers who can play at higher or low sensitivities than this and be successful, but I think that's a small number of people. So now let's choose what sense you're going to play at, and I'm going to first give you guys recommendations based on your mousepad size, and then touch on some games that favor slower or faster sensitivity. And just FYI, I like to play on 35 in every game. Some players like to change their sense based on the game type, which is also fine. Alright, so first, if you play on one of those small 10 to 12 inch mouse pads, you're gonna mostly be a wrist player, and it's just not really feasible to play at a slower sense. So your range is gonna be between 20 to 30 centimeters per 360, and I would say to just start right in the middle at 25 and kind of adjust after you spend some time practicing to determine if it's too slow or too fast for you. Now, if you have one of those medium mouse pads around 20 inches, we can slow it down a bit, and I would choose somewhere between 25 to 35 cm per 360. And again, I feel like 30 is probably the sweet spot here, as you can run out of pad on longer tracks with a medium pad if you're playing at 35 or over centimeters. Now, if you have a super large extended mouse pad, you can choose basically whatever you want since there are no pad restrictions. So between 30 to 40 centimeters is a great range. As I said earlier, this is my setup and I play at 35. So now let's just take a look at games that favor faster or slower sensitivity settings, and games with fast player movement and longer time to kill that require extended tracking like Apex or Warzone tend to favor faster sensitivity settings, while more tactical shooters with a lot of angle holding and small flicks like Counter-Strike or Valorant will favor slower sensitivities. So that brings us to the end of episode 11, and I hope that this is going to help you guys to find the right sensitivity setting for you and your setup. And if you're not subbed to the channel, make sure you pound that sub button so you can come back for bi-weekly aim training content. I also stream on Twitch pretty regularly, so come check me out, and I will see you in episode 12, champ.